This is a roller thoracic spine release. So you'll need some sort of pillow or yoga block or something for your head, and you'll need your roller. And we're gonna lie on our back, hands behind your head, and we're just gonna kind of roll up and down, rolling from kind of the base of the neck, so not onto the neck, all the way to really where you feel comfortable. You can go, you have to brace a little bit if you get lower to the lower back. You just want to be mindful. You do have some floating ribs down there, so that can be really tender and potentially uncomfortable. So you might want to try to stay on like the thoracic spine. Okay, so we're just rolling and exploring, noticing if there's any sensation in the high part of the back, the middle back, the lower back, what feels like it's moving, and what feels like it might need some attention. You can adjust the roller as needed, just like I'm doing. And then we're gonna put a little bit more weight through the right side. So I'm just kind of leaning to my right just a little bit. And so I'm rolling and I'm just putting a little more pressure on that side and just noticing how that feels, and then going to the left side and noticing how that feels. If one side feels a little bit stiffer than the other, or has more tenderness, you can do a couple more passes on that side. Maybe pause on the spot, take a deep breath, contract, and then just try to relax into it, so we can put some intention into some of those areas that feel like they need more work. And then we'll go back to the center, and we're gonna settle in, and we're gonna stop at the upper back. And then what we're gonna do from there is keeping the ribs down. So I'm not trying to move, I'm not trying to mobilize the lower back. So I'm keeping my ribs down. My elbows are gonna go wide, big breath. And I'm just trying to extend over that roller. And then I like to alternate. I like to bring the elbows in, reaching from the underarm, and then I'm just trying to extend over the roller there. And then I'm gonna open up the elbows and I'm gonna extend from here. So I'm just kind of alternating. Do this about 3 to 5 times using that breath. If you feel like you need more, you're just getting into it, or you feel like this area needs some more attention, you can spend some more time here. And then I like to just lift back up, roll, and then we'll go to the same spot, and I want you to grab your block, and you can use a high enough pillow. You don't want to be completely upright. You want to have like your head is a little bit low. And then from here, I'm inhaling and I'm reaching from the arms down and coming back. So I'm inhaling, keeping my ribs down, but reaching my arms up overhead. And we'll do that about 3 to 5 times. And then I'll just take that block away. We'll roll. And then we're gonna pause kind of in the middle of the shoulder blade. So we're just a little bit lower than where we were before. And I'm gonna extend and do the same thing from here. So I'm inhaling as I extend, opening up that chest, working on trying to keep my ribs down, and then I'm using my breath. Coming back up, and again. This is a great thing to do if we're trying to relieve some tension in the lower back or relieve some tension in the neck, because the thoracic spine, if there's less mobility in the thoracic spine, let's bring those elbows close, then the neck and the lower back tend to have to, or the shoulders tend to have to overwork. And so the thoracic spine is really important for the lower back and the neck. And again, you can alternate. I'm like doing 2 of each kind of, but, and then let's grab that yoga block again. Same thing, inhale, reaching those arms, trying to extend over that roller, exhale, bring those arms back down, inhale. Really use that breath here. I'm trying to breathe into my lower back, back of my ribs, upper back. Okay, and then you will take that yoga block out. We'll roll again. And again, adjust as you need. I'm just trying to stay centered on the mat for you guys. And then we'll pause, and we'll pause kind of at the base of the shoulder blades. So if I drop my shoulder blades down, I feel like the roller's right there. The main thing on this area, this is the area that tends to, if you're gonna overextend the lower back, this area can definitely do that. So just being, again, mindful that those ribs are staying down. You can try to breathe into your lower back just to create some space and some stability. And then exhale, coming back up. So we'll alternate those elbows. Elbows wide. Elbows in. And the last thing I like to do is there's this little traction. I'm clasping my hands together. I'm hooking kind of the base of my skull, and I'm just creating some space through my neck. So I'm pulling my head this way as I go into extension. So I'm just creating some space there too. So you can see I'm just tractioning my neck, creating some space. I'm breathing. And then I'll grab the block or pillow again, and same thing. And one of the most simple way to improve mobility of the thoracic spine or the rib cage is breathing. So really use that as a tool while we're mobilizing the thoracic spine with a roller. Last one. So think about how we can apply that to your routines. If you're doing an overhead routine, you can do this the night before in an ideal world. If you feel like you've got some pain in the shoulder, you could do it potentially before the workout. If you're doing shoulder presses or pull-ups, anything where you need that full extension of the arms and shoulders, and then also use it as a tool, as a way to prevent neck and lower back pain, or to treat current neck or lower back pain. This would be more of the cause versus the treatment of, but that is a great exercise to do on a weekly basis for the thoracic spine.